Antarctic ice cores show that the world's climate has always changed. But today, planet Earth supports 6 times more people than it did 200 years ago. Since the Industrial Revolution in the early 1800s, the demand for energy has seen an enormous increase in the burning of oil, coal, wood, and natural gas, resulting in a staggering 30% increase of carbon dioxide emissions into our atmosphere. Methane gas and CFCs have also increased, resulting in an accelerated greenhouse effect that is warming the lower atmosphere and changing the Earth's climate. Surface temperatures and world rainfall patterns are changing. Sea levels are rising, and glaciers are retreating. Scientists predict that by the end of the 21st century, global temperatures are likely to be 6 degrees higher than they are now, and by the end of 2100, the sea level will have risen between 4 and 34 inches. This is happening faster than any natural fluctuation, and faster than any other change experienced since the last ice age. The greatest warming is expected to occur closest to the poles, with Antarctica a true hotspot. Here, the climate is warming 3 to 4 times faster than anywhere else on Earth. The massive West Antarctic ice sheet, previously assumed stable, is starting to collapse. On the Antarctic Peninsula, 75% of the 400 mountain glaciers are in retreat, and in 2002, the Larsen ice shelf lost a 1,200 square mile section and continues to disintegrate. Although icebergs abound now, because of all those disintegrating ice shelves, in as few as 10 years' time they may be a rarity, and may have even melted into extinction. Locked within Antarctica is 90% of the whole world's ice. If that ice were to melt, sea levels could rise as much as 260 feet. The Antarctic wildlife is already feeling the heat. Cloudless summer days and blazing sunshine are no longer an oddity. With fluctuations in krill production, the shift of penguin colonies, and the falling population of species such as the adelies and shags, all warnings that the changing of the times are already upon us. Remote and rugged, the Falkland Islands present the perfect stepping stone to South Georgia and Antarctica beyond. Consisting of some 200 small islands and lying just north of the polar front, today the Falklands is a peaceful haven, despite the 1982 war that placed it firmly in international consciousness. The Falklands' total population is 2,500 people, of which 1,500 live in Stanley, its only township. This is a little slice of Britain, with red telephone boxes and Union Jacks flying high. And although the war has left a legacy of landmines and barbed wire, the beaches and hillsides to be found here support a huge variety of wildlife, particularly bird life. Amongst the thick tussock of West Point, New, and Carcass Islands, huge colonies of black-browed albatross can be found. These are the most common of the albatross species, breeding every year. Their nests, balanced on windy cliffs, from which their bodies hover like kites. Here too lives the rockhopper penguin, busy doing what they do best. The earth is puckered with the burrows of Magellanic penguins, which move like flocks of shy black and white sheep across the countryside. Turkey vultures make the most of any scraps, joined by other self-assured scavengers, such as caracaras, locally referred to as Johnny Rooks. Down amongst the algae and kelp, upland geese glow like jewels. The male's luminous white, the female's speckled brown, with their goslings learning to fossick alongside their parents within hours of hatching. And there is also a wide variety of ducks, including a rare carnivorous species and a flightless steamer duck whose temper sometimes flares in a very unduck-like fashion. Now a place dominated by ice and snow, it's hard to believe that the white continent was once a boiling cauldron. Periods of intense volcanism shaped the mountains, valleys, and islands of Antarctica, resulting in cliffs of basaltic ash and sandstone and beaches of black volcanic sand. Antarctica was once part of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwanaland, which was made up of Southeast Asia, Africa, South America, Greater India, Australia, and New Zealand. After Gondwanaland broke apart around 180 million years ago, Antarctica drifted south and began to freeze over some 34 million years ago. Antarctica's landmass consists of rock and permanent ice covering about 5.5 million square miles, making her the world's 5th largest continent. Twice the size of Australia, or the USA plus Mexico, and almost 60 times the size of the British Isles. In winter, a wide fringe of sea ice encircles the continent, advancing at an incredible rate of 2.5 miles a day until it effectively doubles Antarctica's size. "99% of the continent is covered by glacial ice, with an average thickness of 6,500 feet and reaching a maximum thickness of almost 16,500 feet. The ice sheet as a whole is divided into 3 main components. The East Antarctic ice sheet, which mostly occupies the ground above sea level. The West Antarctic ice sheet, which rests on ground that is mainly below sea level. And the Antarctic Peninsula ice sheet, which covers the peninsula itself. Overshadowing the beaches and dwarfing the penguins are massive mountain ranges, with an average elevation of 7,000 feet. The highest peak, Vinson Massif, rises to a staggering 17,000 feet above sea level. Carved by hurricane-force winds and claiming the lives of many a climber, these mountains remind of the awesome power of Antarctica. The windiest, driest, and coldest place on Earth. Located 1,250 miles east of Tierra del Fuego, off the tip of South America, South Georgia is as remote a place on Earth as any could be. "105 miles long, as much as 25 miles wide, and with 11 peaks rising to over 6,500 feet. This is a place of breathtaking beauty and majesty, a true oasis in the middle of the Southern Ocean.